Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Sherry Taylor, graduate gemologist and registered master valuer, owner of S. Taylor Jewelry Appraisal. If you've clicked on this video, it's because you're wanting to learn more about the fine jewelry at Costco. So last year in about November, I believe it was, we did a video where we went to the store together. I showed you some of the inventory that Costco offers in the way of fine jewelry, and I offered my review and my opinion as a gemologist for those who may be considering purchasing. So far, that video was our most watched here on YouTube, and so I've had a few requests to do a part 2, so that's what we're going to do today. If you haven't yet watched the first video, go back and watch that. I'll see if I can link it here in the show notes as well, but watch that first, because in this video we're going to be going back to the store. We're going to be looking at the inventory that they have, and I'm going to be trying to offer some additional tips that were not shared in the previous video, and also probably recap some of the things we talked about in that video as well. As a Costco member, just shopping for the household, I'm in the store often, and what I've noticed since our first video back in November, so a little over a year ago, is the jewelry cases have been a little bit lighter. So there hasn't been as much product as in previous years. And I'm in Ontario, Canada here, and so we're also having a lot of issues in the area with some, I don't want to say the word, but security theft issues in this industry specifically lately. So I don't know if it was more of a precaution that Costco is taking, keeping the jewelry cases lighter. I also didn't know if perhaps it was due to the rising gold prices, the recent rising gold prices, and having to adjust their buying in order to fit certain price points that they're trying to offer the customers. In my visit yesterday, I was pleasantly surprised. We went, it was a snow day here in Canada, the day before Valentine's Day. The store was very quiet, so I was able to get quite a bit of footage to show you a lot of the inventory in all of the sections. So I was really happy about that, and it was jam-packed. So being the day before Valentine's Day, they had replenished the showcases. They were fully restocked. So Valentine's must be a big sales time for them for that particular counter. There were a couple gentlemen in there actually, as I was trying to film. They were, you know how at Costco you have to like write down the SKU number to take it to the cash register. They were, writing, and I was almost like, oh, I wonder what they're getting. I didn't want to ask them, of course. I mean, didn't want to be nosy, but I was curious, I was curious. It'll be interesting to see when I go next week shopping for groceries and things like that, if the cases are still as full or if they sort of, lean it up a little bit for safety reasons. That must be the reason, because they were so full. You guys are going to see. We're going to go to the store. Let's go. All right, and here we are at Costco. If you are new here, I am in Ontario, Canada. So this is a Canadian Costco. All of the prices you're going to be seeing are in Canadian dollars, so just keep that in mind. All right, let's start with the diamond showcase. So here we have some diamond necklaces, diamond earrings mixed in with diamond engagement rings, some wedding sets. We have the Costco diamond quality chart at the back stating that the quality is going to be VS2 clarity or higher, or eye color or better. And in the center here, Costco has a gold maple coin as well as a 1 ounce gold bar. It states that there is a limit of 2 per 4 days. So I've been noticing these here in the store more and more often. Here's a silver bar, same restrictions on the purchase amount for that as well. And if you are interested in purchasing the bars or the coins, they are not allowing returns. As we move over to the other side of the diamond showcase, they're showing a little bit more in the way of diamond fashion. There's a lot of diamond bracelets. Do be cautious about the style with the adjustable bottom with the hanging chains, like this one here on the end with the bezels. The adjustable chain does hang down quite long, and so it can get in the way. I feel like that style is more suited for costume jewelry. All right, we move to the next showcase. It's also showing some diamond jewelry, some diamond bands, diamond circle pendants. I particularly liked this piece. I thought this was really elegant and really fashionable. They even had a couple of men's diamond bands, which you don't see too often in the showcases at Costco. In this particular case, we're seeing also a really nice price range, under sort of the $1,700 range, a lot of it under $1,000. There was also a nice little selection of budget-friendly pearl pieces in the way of pendants, studs, a little bit of a dangle earring, a strand of freshwater pink pearls. And here we have quite a bit in the way of more dainty diamond necklaces. Particularly the one in the center I thought was lovely. It looked like 2 solid diamonds, but in fact it was a cluster of diamonds that made up the look of a trois et moi design. In the spirit of Valentine's, there's a little bit more of the heart motif that we're seeing here, and this is something I don't see too often. It was a special feature, a special sale on this particular heart pendant that they were featuring with the yellow highlighter. As far as I understand, Costco is still only selling natural earth-mined diamonds, and so you won't find a lab-created option for the diamonds at this time, but you will see some lab-created emeralds on occasion in the gemstone showcase. Speaking of gemstones, we're moving along. Here are some nice red rubies for Valentine's Day, and they had quite a bit in this showcase. This has been pretty lean over the last few months, even over Christmas I found. This rose gold and morganite set was really pretty. They also had a really nice blue topaz ring. I also like how they put the birthstone chart at the top. I don't know how many people actually follow the birthstones anymore, but it is nice if you're looking for a gift for somebody to know. If you're wanting to see things closer and try them on, you may be a little frustrated trying to flag down an employee to open up the showcase for you, but with a little bit of patience, I'm sure you can find someone. Speaking of birthstones, they featured quite a bit of amethyst, which is the February birthstone, sapphire at the front, some lab-created emerald in the back right corner there, very clearly marked lab-grown, and I was pleasantly surprised to see some peridot and even a really nice citrine ring as well. Here's a closer look at some of the sapphire pieces that they offered, and then we moved on to another pearl showcase where they had some really adorable designs. I've always loved the ribbon motif, and so the top two pieces really caught my eye. The earrings and pendant are so pretty. Then there's some more dainty pearl pieces and some mother of pearl inlay. These next earrings, I loved these. I thought how sweet with the mother of pearl and the gold with a matching bracelet, and they even had a matching pendant. This would be an adorable set for somebody for Valentine's Day. All right, so now we're in the gold showcase where we're going to see some gold fashion. So some chains, some earrings, some pendants. Now, if you are considering purchasing from this showcase, I would recommend having an employee come and let you feel the pieces. Many of the pieces are made hollow, and so they'll show substantial, but when you actually get them in your hand, they can feel quite light, and they can also be very difficult to repair when they're hollow, so just something to keep in mind. If a hollow piece gets dented, those dents can't be removed, so just a little bit of extra care needs to be taken if you are choosing something that is hollow. And of course, as the gold prices keep rising, we are seeing more jewelry being made this way to accommodate certain price points and certain customers. I did have the opportunity to look at one of the men's gold chains, and one thing I did notice about this particular chain was the clasp just wasn't easy to maneuver, and it did feel very cheap, and after frequent use, I wasn't confident that it would hold up. Now, I only looked at one, so not to say that the others would be the same, but just an observation from the one that I personally looked at. So my advice would be, if you have the opportunity to take a look and feel it before you make the purchase, look at things like the earring backs. Do they feel secure? If it's a chain, pay attention to the clasp and how it feels, if it feels flimsy or if it feels like it's decent quality. And the same goes for any gold jewelry at any jewelry store that you might be shopping at. With the rising gold prices, manufacturers are trying to look for ways to still offer a reasonable look while remaining in certain price point categories that they know suit their client base best. Of course, I always recommend seeking a professional opinion following any jewelry purchase, as well as my virtual 15-minute mini consults that have helped many clients ahead of a purchase with any questions that they have about the items they're considering. Now, just a reminder, if you see the asterisks on the price tag, this means that Costco does not plan to restock this item once it sells out. If it's something that you really love, you may want to pick it up and then think about it at home for a couple of days because you can always return it. As always, I do recommend having your jewelry purchases appraised to verify not only the diamond or gemstone quality, but also the manufacturing quality. Don't remove any of the tags and keep the boxes in case you did want to make a return. When making a purchase, you're going to write down the SKU number on the notepads that they leave out on the counters. You're going to take that to the cashier. They're going to ring you through and charge you for your purchase, and then direct you to a room towards the front of the store to pick up the product. And you're not required to produce the product at the checkpoint as you're leaving the store, which is nice for security. So after I was done browsing all the jewelry, my husband and I took a stroll around the store, and we did see a couple other things that, why not, I thought I'd share in this video. So this was a really nice, beautiful outdoor cabana bar, which perfect for spring and summer in the backyard. I sat down and ordered a margarita, but It never came, sadly, but then I made my way to the aisle where they have the wine, and I was surprised to see that they now have Veuve at Costco, which is incredible. So if you're shopping for Valentine's Day and you did pick up something from the jewelry showcase, you can also grab a bottle of champagne. Champagne and jewelry is really the perfect combo. That concludes my gemologist review part 2 of the jewelry at Costco. Is there a brand of jewelry or a particular store that you would like me to visit and review? Put that in the comments for future video ideas. Also, comment down below with your favorite piece that you saw during our visit this time. If you would like to see more regular short form content, you can find me on Instagram. I'll put my handle here. We'd love for you to join our community there. And of course, if you're requiring jewelry appraisal services or are interested in any of our virtual consultations ahead of making one of your purchases, then I'd be happy to help you. I will put my information for booking below. Thank you so much for watching and supporting the channel. It is much appreciated, and we will see you in the next one.